Hey everybody, welcome to Wednesday Night Live, coming to you live from San Diego, California. Hey Gary, thanks for stopping by. I know this is an odd time for most people, but I wanted to get the live in, do a little bit of a tournament update, and I will give it a few minutes. Hey Bass Hunter, Russell, Bass Hunter, thanks for stopping by. Russell, man, that's a great photo for your RWA fishing, Russell. That's an awesome photo. It's a great photo because you always have a smile. And you got a big fish. So give it a little bit of time here, just 3 folks on. I did go around the Michigan fisherman. What? Where you been? And look, he's got a big fish in his profile photo. Hey, Merp Outdoors, how you doing? Good to see you, Brian. Been a while. Glad to see you can stop by. I'm hoping you're catching giant smallies up there in Michigan on Lake St. Clair. Merp, thanks for stopping by as well. So not really a lot of update to do on the tournament, but a little bit. Bearded Oregon is making moves. That's awesome. That's awesome. So this time worked good for you in Oregon. At 6:30 here on the West Coast. Whoa! 5.53 pound largemouth today. That's a nice largemouth for Michigan for sure. I agree with you. That's a big one. 21 inches. Yep. I was going to say 20 or 21 inches probably. Mr. Campos, you hope all you to see some fish tonight. Well, we didn't get a lot of fish turned in. Everybody turned in their little fish. I'll throw the spreadsheet up here in just a minute, but there's not a lot of fish turned in. And I know there's a lot of strategizing going on because I talked to a few of you about your strategies. So, Brian, I know you haven't been here in a while, Michigan fisherman, Brian Pache. We got a team tournament going on. And it's not got to have a little bit of strategy, kind of like our 5 bass draw tournament. So Merp, you're saying you're holding your fish until we're holding out our fish. Okay. Until later. I know that some folks are holding, and then Thomas, let me see what you are. Thomas Campos is T6. So I got your small bass in, and then the only other fish turned in is from Brandon Treadway team, the T10 team. So. Hey, totally get it, Brian. I totally get it. I totally get it. Matter of fact, Brian, I have that conversation a lot with folks, right? It just, when you got kids and you got family, sometimes you can't just get out there and do everything you want to do. Merp, that's you, T10. You are T10 or T11. So T11, Ryan Adkins has turned in fish. Are you saying that's you? Yep. Okay. Hey, Mike. Mike has been tearing it up. And I've been watching him. He hasn't turned any fish in yet. But if you follow Reef Lifestyle Live on Facebook and YouTube, great channel, Mike has been just catching the heck out of them. He actually it was interesting as all get out. Mike, you all can go see this on his Facebook feed. Please do. T10 and 10T haven't yet. Okay. Yeah, right. You have it. Mike puts out on his channel, help. I'm in a fishing tournament. I need ponds and lakes to go fishing in. And it worked out for him. It worked out for him. I'll just leave it at that. It worked out for him. But I'm not trying to spoil anything, Mike. You have to go follow him to see how good he's doing. So I'll just leave it at that. Hey, John from Small Waters, another team that's strategizing. I know they got some good ones. I haven't seen Bass Hunter from Virginia. Him and they're strategizing. And I say that. I mean, I know they caught fish. Yeah, I know you do, John. I know you do. Brian, one of my good friends, he might not be on here tonight. He fished in the first big bass out there. Josh Caney. Oh man, they are nailing it in Alabama. Beard Zero, I hadn't seen you in a while, buddy. How you doing? Good to see you. Beard is with teamed up with Mike from Reese Life Dive Life as a team. So I hope you're tearing them up down there. And matter of fact, yeah, Beard, you've been up and fished with Brian, the Michigan fisherman. Beard Zero gets around. He's down in Texas. So you got a Texas, Indiana team. Oh, good to see you on here tonight. So Adam Carter, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, Brian got a nice bass from Michigan for sure. What'd you catch that on, Brian? I'm gonna guess some type of plastic. Some swim bait or a jig. So, Brian, tell us what you caught that big bass in Michigan on. No, you're not, John. I can't believe you're going to Donkeyland. I don't know. Hey, by the way, if you don't follow Small Water Charters, please do. They got a great channel. I can't link everybody because I use StreamYard here, but John and Linda fished with the Bruiser Bait Pros there at Donkeyland the other day. Now they didn't catch the biggest bass, but boy, they killed it on the numbers for sure. And I knew it was some type of plastic, Brian. I just felt it. Guggen Bandito bug, summer crawl. The wacky rig is undefeated this year. Laugh out loud. I don't know why. Hey, Adam, my tournament partner that I'm not fishing in this tournament with, Gary Damaris, Gary's Fishtails, who's on here, loves the wacky worm. He loves Cinco and wacky worming. Yeah. What? You put out a video of Roland Martin? John, when did this happen? I've been in San Diego all week. I haven't been able to keep up with crap because I'm on a different time frame. I didn't get a notification you put a new one out. I know I've checked the bell. I will watch that as soon as this is over. Oh, you sent it out today. Today you did. Okay, I just got out of work. So you're hanging in there, but you're buying. It only takes one, right? On the team tournament, just each one of the team members had to participate or throw in one fish. So I'm sure you'll get there, Beard. Roland asked for directions. So yeah, John and Lindia down at Small Water Charters, they got a connection with Roland Martin. And it's funny that he's been on a few of their videos, stopping by, passing by, but I definitely want to see this one with him out on Donkeyland. Burp says 80% of what I use is a spoon. The other 20% I use my own plastics. You pour all your own plastics? That's pretty awesome. Won a tournament with a wacky worm in Kissimmee back in April. Kissimmee chain back in April. Yeah, wacky worm. I mean, for me, I got a time frame when I use it, and it's usually right post spawn. It's worked for me, but I got other techniques that I utilize that I just produce more fish with on average, and larger fish on average. The Bandito bug. Okay. Yeah. There's so many great plastics out there. Bruiser baits. So I'm guessing Roland Martin called you and asked what colors to use for out on Donkey Land. Hey, James from Cranking and Yanking. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, there's a lot of Bandito bug is a popular one though. Who else was So Michigan Fisherman says, when I use a wacky with the O-ring, I still lose the plastic a lot. Must be doing something wrong. Yeah, you got to have a real tight O-ring on there. I still pinch through the plastic a little bit with an O-ring. And I'll tell you another somebody I've watched catch a lot of fish on a wacky Cinco or whatever brand you use, James Cranking and Yanking. He uses that a lot too. Okay, John, I'll catch it. Yeah, I definitely will watch that later on tonight. Can't wait to see Roland Martin. I've heard this from somebody else. The smell of Googan baits are tough. I mean, I think I've had like one pack. I don't commonly use them, but I've heard other people say Googan bait is pretty rank. And Beard saying it's anise oil, which is black licorice, basically. And James, I know you don't use an O-ring. Yeah. Some people love the O-ring. Some people don't. What's this? Shrink wrap. Interesting, right? You use shrink wrap. Like regular shrink wrap? And then do you just put it on there? Or do you heat it up around a sink or whatever you're using it on? I've not heard that technique. But hey, since I got 15 folks up here, I will throw the spreadsheet up real quick. Not like I said, not a lot of action on here. Share screen. I'm going to share it real quick. So basically, all we got is folks with their small bass in, and there's no order. This is just the order of the numbers. And then, like I said, Brian Atkins has put in a few fish. There's one missing because I couldn't see the size. He's got to resend it. But yeah, just basically everybody's got in their small bass for the tournament, and I think all the teams but one turned in the small bass to continue on. I had one team that did not. So that's where we're at. Not a lot of fish turned in. Like I said, just a few right here. So I hope by next week we start seeing some population come in. Heat up the shrink wrap is what you're saying. Okay, that's Gary saying something. Z-Man Zinkers, and you won't need an O-ring, and you won't lose baits. Just super hard to put a nail weight in if you use a nail weight. Yeah, you ain't getting a nail weight in those things. Most companies sent their plastics after got to infuse the scent. Googan and many others flood their baits with salt too. I'm not sure salt matters. I really don't. When I was young, my favorite plastic bait was the Jean LaRue salt crawl, and it was the best thing on the market at the time. And then I went to another one that didn't have salt in it. It still caused me fish, but no one knows, right? Because we just can't have a normal conversation with the bass to find out what they like best. Yeah, there is. I've seen an O-ring harness too. I think VMC, the hook company, makes an O-ring harness that you can buy. And lots of comments coming in. Yeah, salt does make it sink, Gary. Yeah, that's it. The salt helps to drop for sure. John, you're saying we may turn in fish towards the end of the week? Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Again, you don't have to. You guys can turn them in when you want to turn them in. You can change them out. No matter. Yeah, salt for the fall rate, not percent. Here's something. I also have a 1/16 bullet weight on my wacky rig, so I can go Texas quickly if I need to. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. A lot of people put nail weights. I know Gary is just saying he puts a nail weight in. I know Gary puts a nail weight in. He has a fish with him a bazillion times, but that small sinker on there probably doesn't make a difference, that much of a difference. But another way of doing it, and Thomas, you're saying you do the same thing. I don't think. Oh, I know where I caught. I fished when I fished in a tournament in Lake Seminole with Gary. I caught most of my fish on a wacky worm Senko. Hey, River Rat, thanks for stopping by. We just chatted a little bit about the spreadsheet. Not much action going on, and we're chatting about wacky worms and how we hook them up. So, and by the way, John from Small Water Charters is got a new video out with Roland Martin. So if you're not gave him a hook set, go do that and check out his new video. Awesome. Make sure I get everybody. I was afraid that changing this to 9:30, I'd get not many people on here, but quite a few of you showed up, so it's good. Next week, back to 8:30 Eastern time, by the way. I think I put that in the email. I will not be in California. If I'm in California, something's wrong. So actually, after next Wednesday night live, I'll be in Florida, flying down to meet up with Gary to fish a tournament on Lake Eufaula, Alabama the following weekend. Started with the buzz bait on Sunday, came up empty, and went to the wacky. Yeah, I mean, I this time of year I love a buzz bait, but when they ain't hitting it, they ain't hitting it. It's dead. So Roland was pulled down shiner fishing down the episode. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. You know, I would say Roland does most of his fishing shiner fishing now, right? Because he guides out there. John, is that pretty accurate? Quit giving all this away, John. I want to watch it. Hey, Lindia. Big Jerk's driving them crazy from Bruiser Baits. The Big Jerk from Bruiser Baits. I watched your video and it inspired me. The fish weren't so inspired. I hear you. What are you saying there, Russell? I'm not competing, but killing it with the fat. Yeah. So, Russell, I seen that the other day. I forgot to comment on your video. I was watching that. That's a new bait. That's that fat, and that's made by Yamamoto, right? Adam, you're saying definitely dead for buzzers. They're loving the jigs and creatures here in Jersey. Yeah, I hear you. So, Linda, you're on killing it on the Big Jerk from Bruiser Baits. By the way, Bruiser can't do this. Hold on. I got to hit my sponsor first, Shop at Omnia Fishing. They support all of our prizes for our tournaments, and you can get 15% off at checkout with discount code SFO 2023, just as it's scrolling across the bottom. But also because I'm really good friends with John and Linda, you can get Bruiser Baits with 20% off, right? Small Water Charter, SWC20, if I remember correctly, is their discount code. So if you're interested in some of those Bruiser Baits, you can get them cheaper with that discount code with them. Yeah, it looks like the sea enemy. Yeah. SWC20 equals 20% off for Bruiser Baits. Thanks, Linda. Boom. Now, Russell, when you say you're killing it, what's the secret? Is there a secret? Are you fishing it like a Texas rig worm? Are you kind of jerking it? How are you really fishing it? Bass Addiction Gear and Bruiser Baits. Thanks, John. Help you out every time I can. Is that a lure that will catch gizzard shad? I do not know. I'm waiting for Russell to give me at least tell me how he's fishing this new bait. I did watch most of one of your episodes with it, so weightless jerk pause. Okay. No weight on it. That's good to know. I have heard this. The thing that to catch a shad is a small bare gold hook. Beard Zero, I've heard that from many people. And yes, you can catch them in a net. That's for sure, James. I did not catch it. I thought he was flipping mats. He caught it. He didn't catch it flipping. I think he caught it 8 something, right, John? That was a big bass, if I remember correctly. 8 something. But he told it was a prototype bait, wasn't it? It wasn't something that they have in their arsenal that you can buy right now. It was what I gathered from the video. But you did say that he was big into flipping and punching. He caught on a prototype paddle tail. Definitely be interested to see that when I'm sure they didn't let you hadn't got access to that yet, I'm going to guess. Interesting. Too big as he cut it on the prototype and 3-pounder on flipping. Okay. I mean, it's the way it goes. You caught a couple of them. I'd like, if you get a chance, hey, John, you're doing live on Friday night, right? I'd be curious to see it, if it's something way different or it's just a new type of paddle tail. James, you just bought a brand new boat. What's wrong with your trolling motor? Did you upgrade your trolling motor, or did your old one, or you having problems with the old one? And I know it's not a brand new boat, but it's a newer bass tracker. Let me just say, of course, I got access to it. Not way different, just different. Okay. All right. Okay. Apparently, tracker mounts the cheap stuff. Yes. What you get stock on a tracker is not top of the line. Or not, it's not top of the line. They mount the lower end, like when you buy a new house, you get cabinet grade or carpenter grade cabinets, you have to upgrade. Hey, Ted, thanks for stopping by. I know you're out in the woods, probably. Hey, Chris, yeah. Able Lake for me this weekend. Have you got access to Lunga? Try Lunga too, if you got access to it. Yeah, it's crazy. So Mooney Lake is one of the lakes that I fish, but it's down like 8 feet, and people are going out and you can't. The boat ramp is 75 yards from the end of the boat ramp until you see water, and people are taking 4-wheel drives and dumping their boat in the lake. It's crazy. Hey, Josh Caney, good to see you, buddy. I was just talking about you earlier, saying you probably are killing it out there in Alabama. Edge 45 Minn Kota is under warranty, but I'm pretty sure it's just a switch. I picked up one today, and I'll get it put on tomorrow. Okay, all right, that's not bad. I know I was trying to talk you into a spot lock, and you said you're going to wait. Chris, go to Lunga. You'll have more luck there than you will. I know you know Abel like I know Abel, but it's you'll. Last Friday, I mean, I wouldn't say we tore it up, but me and Bass Hunter were out there most of the day. Bass Hunter caught, and he's not on here to tell me what it was, but I know he caught a 22 and a 21 because he's telling me what the links were for the tournament. But he got some nice ones out there. Awesome. Congrats. I did see you posted a video and posted something on Facebook. I gotta go back and watch it, Ted. I'm traveling this week. It's hard to keep caught up. New bearings in your trolling motor? Huh. I didn't it's interesting. I thought bearings go out. Louisiana spot lock is a center block in a row. Love it. I love it. So, no, Brian, spot lock will lock you in. You're sitting right there, maybe a foot or two. You'll move. I mean, just if you got a big gust of wind, it might, but you're within a foot or two. Now, the kicker is depending on where you have, if you got a front mounted boat like mine or a bass boat, you want to have your nose in the wind. Now, depending on how you set up on a kayak, if you're fishing from a kayak, it's going to lock you down. Brushes and washers and bearings. Okay. Oh, the bearings are growling. Yeah. John, did you have a Minn Kota? Is yours a Minn Kota? I didn't know I don't remember if it was a Minn Kota. I know it's white, and it's the saltwater version, but I didn't know if you had a Minn Kota or a different brand. And James, by the way, I fished with the Louisiana spot lock for many years. I love that. It's a center block and you have the Ulterra? Okay. All right. I mean, I have the Terrova spot lock on my boat, and I've had that boat 3 years, and I haven't, other than the pedal, had to buy a new pedal. I hadn't had an issue with it. Now, I burned out a 36-volt Minn Kota Riptide. Yeah, John, you fish a lot on yours. His is an Ulterra. Mine is terrible. That's good, Brian. Throw your 5-pound weight overboard. I hear you're 5 pound. Yeah, but on a kayak, it doesn't take much to keep you still, right? Beard, that's pretty good. Hydrilla lock in a kayak, that works. That really works. Yeah, and you can use that. But so, John and Linda, is yours has spot lock, but you got power poles too? kind of doesn't need, probably don't need, well, yeah, you can use both. All right, folks, it's been about, I'm going to just show the spreadsheet one more time, not much to it, just because this is a tournament update. Let me share my screen real quick. Boom. There we go. Like I said, everybody's got their smalls in. Only one person has turned anything else in, but everybody's good to go. You can start. I know, like I said, a lot of you are strategizing on this, and I'm sure we'll start seeing fish come in pretty soon. But hey, good night, Ted. Thanks for stopping by. So next week we'll be back to 8:30 Eastern. Like I said, I will not be in here. Thanks everybody for stopping by, and good luck fishing, guys. Get out there and turn up. I know a lot of you are doing it. Hey, Elisha. Thanks for stopping by. We're just about done with the live for tonight. So again, everybody, good luck out there. I'll be looking for your emails and things coming in, and have fun fishing. We'll see you next week.